Kung may 100,000 kang equity sa bahay mo ngayon dito sa Canada, ang tanong ay hindi safe ba ito? Ang dapat na tanong ay dapat ko ba itong galawin para makatulong sa buhay ko? Most Filipinos in Canada, ganito ang sitwasyon. May bahay, maganda ang trabaho, may equity, pero isa lang ang property na gumagalaw. So today, pag-usapan natin na kung meron kang 100,000 na equity sa bahay mo ngayon dito sa Canada, this is what I will do exactly step by step. Hindi hype, hindi get rich quick, real numbers and real strategy. At sa dulo, maintindihan mo kung bakit. Hindi mawawala ang equity mo, lilipat lang siya sa ibang asset. At biglang may tatlo ka ng property na sabay-sabay tumataas ang value dahil sa appreciation. Alam mo yung feeling na may equity naman ako sa bahay ko pero para wala akong na may naramdaman kasi yung equity is paper wealth. Tahimik lang siya. Hindi siya nagbabayad ng bills mo. Hindi rin nagbabayad ng tuition ng anak mo. Meanwhile, dito sa Canada, ang inflation rate natin is 3 to 4% per year. Ibig sabihin, kung meron kang 100,000 equity, taon-taon bumababa ang buying power niya dahil hindi mo siya ginagalaw. At maraming nagsasabi na nag-a-advise na bayaran mo muna ang bahay mo. Delikado umutang. Isa lang dapat yung bahay mo. Pero yung mga taong nag-a-advise sa iyo, hindi naman mga investors. Wealthy families don't think that way. They think in assets, they think in cash flow, and they think in time. So here's the main idea. Hindi mo naman winawaldas ang equity mo. Hindi siya nawawala. Nire-reposition mo lang. The same equity pero tatlong bahay. Parang tubig lang yan. Dati nasa isang baso, ngayon hinati mo na sa dalawa, pero tatlo naman ang nadidiligan. From one property, tatlo na ngayon ang tumataas ang value instead sa unang bahay mo. Let's talk numbers. Sabihin natin na meron kang 100,000 usable equity ngayon sa bahay mo. To refinance or HELOC at 6 to 7% interest rate. So instead na pinapaupo mo lang, kung ako, gagamitin ko yung pan-down payment sa isang fourplex. Example property ay fourplex na let's say 360,000. Magda-down payment ka ngayon na 20% at 72,000. Closing cost plus buffer, more or less 10 to 15,000. Total cash needed mo ngayon is 87,000. Pasok ngayon sa 100,000 na equity mo. Now, here's the key. A fourplex is very powerful because it's still considered as a residential property. Meaning, you will be granted residential financing, better interest rates, at multiple income streams dahil multiple units. Let's say conservative rent is 1,100 times 4 units is 4,400 gross rent per month. Meron kang expenses na mortgage, property tax, insurance, maintenance, vacancy, and dapat mag-separate ka ng reserve fund. So magkano yung net cash flow mo? Even $400 to $600 per month positive cash flow is very realistic here. So now, may cash flow ka, meron kang appreciation, at mayroon kang principal pay down. All from your equity na dati tulog. Step 2 is buy another personal residence. Ang tanong, di ba, pag paupahan ko yung original ko na primary residence, ngayon ang tanong is, wala na akong bahay. Hindi. You still have a home. Ang ginawa mo lang, dilipat mo yung equity sa ibang bahay. Pero dinagdagan mo na ngayon yung assets mo. Now, because you use your equity, you can buy another personal residence. Ang different options are smaller house, meron kang townhouse, or even another house hack. Now, let's say meron bahay ka na nakita na 425,000. Down payment at 5% is 22,500. Funded by savings and cash flow. So ngayon, kung ginawa mo na yon, meron kang original primary residence, yung bagong fourplex na binili mo, at yung bagong personal residence mo na lilipatan. Tatlong properties na ngayon ang umaangat. The mindset shift. Ito yung part na hindi tinuturo sa school. Yung equity is not actually wealth. Assets are. Ang equity na hindi ginagamit, hindi makabayad ng bills mo. Hindi lumalaban sa inflation. Hindi nagpapabago ng buhay mo kung hindi mo nagagamit. Meanwhile, historically, in Canada, appreciation per year averages 3 to 7%. If property averages a growth of 5% per year annually, meron ka na ngayon 25,000 per year from your 500,000 na property. Multiply mo yun sa tatlong properties, you have $75,000 of growth annually, not including your cash flow. At remember, meron ka pang principal pay down. That is how wealth compounds quietly. Paano ngayon kung bumagsak ang market? Short answer is, yung cash flow mo buys your time. Hindi ka na ngayon forced magbenta dahil meron kang tenants, meron kang income na pumapasok, at meron kang reserve funds. Real estate is not about timing the market. It's about time in the market. Most millionaires in Canada did not flip. They held on to their property. Why this matters for Filipinos in Canada? Marami sa atin dito na mga Pilipino sa Canada are first generation immigrants. Walang mamanahin at walang safety net. So kung hindi tayo kikilos, sino ang babago ng buhay ng ating pamilya? Real estate is not about ego. Hindi ito parang meron kang i-post. Ito ay para hindi ka na magtrabaho habang buhay. May choice ka at iiba na yung direksyon ng buhay ng mga anak mo. You are not just buying a property. You are buying time. So if I had $100,000 of usable equity in my personal residence now, this is what I would exactly do. Use it strategically. Buy a fourplex, $360,000. Buy another personal residence at 5% down payment. Turn one property into 3. Starting with getting your equity from your original primary residence to grow your portfolio. Hindi nawawala yung equity mo. Lumilipat lang siya at pinapatrabaho mo. The same equity pero na-split mo na ngayon sa tatlong properties na aangat. Kung may natutunan ka ngayon, like this video. Kung Filipino ka sa Canada at gusto mong magsimula sa pagbago ng generation mo, subscribe kasi ito pa lang ang simula. Remember that one decision can change the direction of your family.